Hi guys, this is Canute. In today's video, I'll be taking you through the basics of Microsoft Excel. We begin with getting to know Excel. So let's begin. Starting Excel from desktop. So since I do not have the desktop shortcut icon, I would simply go on to search, open Excel. So this is the home screen. As you can see, understanding Excel start screen. This is how the start screen looks. Uh, and you can clearly see, there are several recommended templates. So there's a tool that you can get yourself well acquainted with Excel. Also, there are a couple of default templates which are available as per your requirements. So you can see there are, these are the probably the most searched categories which are reflecting over here. As you can see, suggested searches. Apart from this, you can also just type a particular keyword and it would throw a suggestion. All right, so this is how the template button works. This is the home screen. So if I were to work on a completely new data altogether, I would simply click on blank workbook. Or if I have already worked on a particular file and I need to open the same file, this is the recent files that I've opened here. And also you can click over here and do more workbooks. So in this recent file sheet, you can actually refer to files that are opened on a regular basis. So it does not really depend on the hours of the Excel open, but the it refers to the times to the particular Excel which are opened continuously at regular intervals. So over here I would simply click on blank workbook. Now the Excel workbook screen. So this is the workbook screen. I'll just take you through the different parts of the workbook. So the option where you can see file, home, insert, draw, page layout, this is the menu bar. Now under respective menu bar you can see these several options. This is the toolbar of the particular menu option. So home will have a set of tools or commands, whichever it is more appropriate. um, Insert will have its own set of commands, draw, page layout, and so on. Now this bar is the formula bar. Anything I input over here will reflect over here. So let's say name, yeah. Or if I were to use a formula, if this else this, so this is how the formula would reflect, right? Now this is the row count and this is the column alpha. The column is generally in the alphabetical, it's not generally, it is in the alphabetical order to identify the column and row count. This is the worksheet name. The entire Excel over here is called workbook, but the sheets within the workbook are termed as worksheets. So as and when you increase your sheets, you will get the default name that would come is sheet and then the series 1 2 3 4 respectively, or you can rename the sheet as per your convenience. Yeah. This is what is about the workbook, how the workbook screen looks. Now, how Excel works. So it's it does almost uh, everything. So let's prepare a small data. So name, then I'll just go on with a sales data, sort of easy, and I don't have to rack my brains. Canyard, you know, Maria, sorry, Vernon, so let's say I take the west, east, north, south, then maybe west, south. These are the figures: 25,000, 45,000, 46,000, 30,000, 32,000, and 40,000. So now that we have the data over here, there are now let's do a bit of formatting to this. I just simply click all. Now to get you familiar with the functionality, I'll just do it manually. I'll take you to the couple of shortcuts in the next video or as we proceed. So I need to change the font to, let's say, Times. So Times is one of my favorite font. All right, font size, let's say 12, and I want to put it in the center. Yeah, add borders, all borders, bold, and I want to get it symmetric. So now, since these figures are in the general format, so when I say general format, it's over here. You can see it over here. It's updated as general. I want to simply convert it to accounting standards. Yeah. Another way to do this is let's do Control Z to undo it. Simply click over here. So when I click over here, it converts the number into the accounting format. Now over here you can see it gave me the uh, currency symbol as well, rupees. So if your particular data needs to have the symbol, you can just go through the drop down and get it done. Else you simply click on this comma style. Now to add or remove decimals, it is over here. Add, remove, add, remove. Okay, so this is how it is. Now let's do a total. Generally, now if I keep my if I remember my initial days, so I would do this plus this plus this. This is how I used to do it in my beginning of the career. This is the formula: sum and I select the entire range. Another way to do it is, so let me just clear these fields. I would simply keep the cursor below the last entry and simply press Alt and plus. It directly takes the formula of sum. Now the Alt key, which is on the left side of the keyboard, and the plus sign, which is besides the backspace. So the Alt on the left side and the plus sign, which is besides the backspace, that is plus n is equal to on the same key there. Now if I were to, now that the format of the entry is different, instead of going and entering all the details again, I would simply keep my cursor on the particular cell whose format I want to copy, format painter, and click on it. So the reason it is reflecting as hash is because the format does not fit into the particular cell ratio. So I would simply double click and there it is. So let's keep this as grand total, or to keep it simple, total sales. Right, now I need to merge this cell. Let's select these two on the home tab, merge and center. Again select this and bold. Yeah, so now that we are quite familiar with how the Excel works, so let's go ahead with using the ribbon. Alright, so ribbon is nothing but the entire tab over here, so including the menu bar, the toolbar, the formula bar, this entire all the tabs over here are together called as the ribbon. So the functionality of the ribbon is you can pin it down. Now when I say pin it, it is as is. You can have a view of the toolbar throughout. There you can also unpin and keep it visible at once you point the cursor at the top of the screen. Like now if I were to point the cursor at the top of the screen, you would see my screen recording option. Yeah, this is the functionality of the ribbon. So let me just take you through it. Yeah, ribbon display options: auto hide, show tabs and command. Show tabs and command is the default ribbon setting. I could simply say show tabs, or I could auto hide. Now auto hide is the, yeah, the functionality which I was referring to of screen recording. I click on the worksheet, it disappears. Now you can see a green bar that appears. This is nothing but the tab bar. Now when I click on this, it extends the tab. Let me get it to the default setting. So this is the ribbon functionality. There, using the ribbon, showing and collapsing the ribbon. Now understanding the backstage view. So I'll take you through the understanding and accessing the backstage view together. So when you say backstage view, the terminology seems to be a bit of, you know high fundu, or a bit of technical when you say backstage view, but it is nothing is the same screen that you had seen when you open the Excel. So the Excel home screen. So let me show you how. So let me direct you to the Backstage View. So if I am working on a particular Excel, now this is the sheet that I am working on. If I want to figure out if I have a particular data that was relevant to the previous Excels that I've worked upon, so I would simply click on File here. This is the Backstage View. Here are the recent files. Now pinned, when you say pinned, there would be certain Excels, or rather certain sheets that you work on daily basis, and to have an easy navigation you would simply pin the particular workbook. So let us see here. You get the pin option, pin this item. Let me take you over there again. So this is the worksheet you're working on. You simply click on file. These are the recent files, and you have a pinned option. Now let us, so in recent files you can see the n number of files that I have been working on. Similarly, if you click on your file you would get these options. Now on the recent file also you can see the pin option. If I simply pin this, right, it will reflect over here, pinned. So probably this will be the particular Excel which I keep working on, and this enables easy access to it. So instead of me going on to the my computer following the path in which the folder is, I would simply pin the Excel for my daily reference. This is the open functionality. So apart from the recent files or the pinned option, when you click on open, there are two options over here as well, workbooks and folders. Workbooks will give you the particular uh, worksheets that have been referred earlier. In folders, it will give you the path of the folder where the worksheet has been shared. So these are the folders that I have been accessing in the past couple of weeks. So that was the Backstage View and the functionality of the Backstage View. Now, understanding shortcut menus, understanding dialog boxes. So shortcut menus and the dialog boxes is something we'll do it together. Using shortcuts on Excel is quite easy. So most of us have the habit of using the mouse because we are actually habitual. We don't realize that uh, it takes a couple of seconds, to navigate and to identify, especially if you're not very familiar. You would like scroll. Okay, here's the option. Okay, it isn't over here, it's over here, here. You would have to, so you would simply use the button alt. It activates the shortcut keys, the alphabets. Now H, N, J, I, these all are the alphabets used to access the particular tab. So if I were to click F, Backstage View, escape, I go back, the shortcut key is still activated. Now let's say okay, so okay, what I will do is I want to highlight this particular uh, row header. This is my header, so this row one, let's say yellow. So I would hit alt. Now my color the is on the home tab under font section. So since, as you can see, H, click H. Shortcut for the fill color is again H. if like you could hover the cursor, or you could simply use the arrow keys. So let's say yellow. So I didn't really select the data, go on over here, and then I click. I just simply did alt H, and then so that's how I use the shortcut. Now let's say we want to add a filter. Alt A T, and here is the filter. So what I did is alt, filter is under the data tab, A, T stands for filter, T, alt A. Alright, there was a command given by mistake, right? So this is how you use the shortcuts. This is to get yourself familiar with the shortcut key. So let me just, I'll give you a couple of formatting shortcuts. Alright, so I'll do is alt plus H plus FS is for font style, alt plus H plus FF is for font size, alt plus H plus AC, alignment center. Now it goes as AC AR AN. So that stands for center, right, and left. For border, it is alt plus H plus B. Now alt H, B. Over here, you can find the shortcut key for the other styles of border respectively. Fill color is alt H plus H. What else? What else? Format painter, alt plus H plus FP. These are a couple of formulas which probably you would use to present your data in a better way, and you can save ample of time. Believe me, when I say ample of time, it's really smooth when you get used to these shortcuts. Okay, let me also give you a shortcut to converting your data into a particular accounting. So to convert a numeric term, or rather a field, a numeric field, into, let's say, accounting style, so I would simply hit shift plus control plus 1 exclamation. This is format. What I will do is to at the rate right yes, and here is so time format date format dollar and percentage. So these are a few keys that come handy when you want to convert your numeric field into respective formats. So many a times the date, let's say, okay, let's try date format. This is the date format. Usually sometimes when you are using a CSV file, it comes in this format. This is the numeric format. So to convert this, instead of going right click and format cells, you would simply click shift control hash for date format. So this is a couple of shortcuts which can save ample of time. uh, Now let's move on to, yeah, we are yet to do the dialog boxes and launching. So dialog box is nothing but, you remember a couple of seconds ago I just did this format cell. So this is nothing, any pop-up window that is occurring is called as dialog box. So here you go. If I go to format cell, these are the categories that are available: general, number, currency. So you can see the changes over here. There's accounting, the date, time, percentage, fraction. These are the several options which you can explore and take the necessary action as per your current requirement. So here again, the alignment, the font style, order, you want to fill, you want to protect it. So this is what is the dialog box. Now let's say for instance, I want to simply copy paste this as a number and not a formula. So let's get it over here. The shortcut for this is Control Alt V. Now this is the paste special dialog box, wherein you have, you know, several conditions that you can use. So the most general context that we use is values. So what I did is I copied a particular cell which contains a formula. I am pasting it onto another cell with a paste special function, and I want only the value. I do not need the formula onto it. Now let's say I need the value and the number format. So yeah, so I paste special the particular, now total sales, I copied it over here, I pasted it over here, but I use the command values and number formatting. So I got the output as is without the formula. This is how the dialog box works, and that is how the functionality is. So Now on this particular data, let me also show you a text to column functionality. Alright, so data, text to column. This is the dialog box that is appearing for text to column. I would simply hit next. Now let me tell you, there are two options over here: delimited and fixed width. So I will take you through the detailed functionality later on, but for now, to understand the dialog box, I click on next, click on others, and I put plus. So what I did over here is I captured the unique character in the field in a particular cell, and I'm asking Excel to split the data basis the plus sign. uh, Now that you can see over here in the data preview, you can see that the alt h and the later part has been segregated in respective columns. So simply hit finish. Here you go. This is how the dialog box for text to column works. Alright, now next is understanding the QAT, the quick access toolbar, and adding commands to it. So we'll take the quick access toolbar and the status bar together. Now when we say quick access toolbar, there is another option over here, reflecting on the left hand side top of the menu bar, above the menu bar. Now these are the default options that are available. Now this entire section over here is called as quick access toolbar. So quick access toolbar is nothing but the functions that you use on a very regular basis. You can pin it up over there and help yourself with easy accessibility. So save and undo redo option are the default options that are always available to a worksheet. I have over here added email as a quick access. So now for instance, if I were to mail this particular Excel, I will just simply hit alt and there's the numeric 4 that has been activated. I hit 4, it opens the Outlook. Now let's understand to add a particular toolbar. See here, customize your quick access toolbar. These are the default email. Yes, email I have just added, but these are the few default options which are available. Let's say more commands. Now in more command, add let us add font. All right, okay, here you go. So what I would do is, instead of hitting the command alt h ff, I would simply do alt. Now the numeric number 5 is the shortcut to font. Now let's say, so what is that? Tahoma. So I would simply hit enter. There it is. So this is how you use the quick access toolbar. You can add the options which are more relevant to you to the quick access toolbar and simply hit alt and your numeric numbers will get activated for your easy access. So this was about quick access toolbar. Now let us understand the status bar. So status bar is available at the right hand side bottom of the Excel, below the sheet bar. So here you can see this is the average, this is the count, the total sum. Now since I selected sale, it is giving me the average and sum. Now let's say I've selected the header. Since this is an alphabetical field, it is simply giving me the count. Anything with numeric will give me the average, sum and the count. Now let's say uh, this is blank here. uh, so it is nothing but it gives you the count of the total content that is available. Of only for the numeric fields it will give you the average and the sum along with the count. Here you got the count. This is how the status bar works. Now when I selected the entire sheet, what it did is it gave me the count. Now this count is nothing but fields that sorry, cells that have value on the particular sheet. So there are 82 cells that are containing values, out of which it has taken the numeric fields. Now numeric field, now the C column, which is having a numeric data from 2 to 8 including the 14th row data, that is where it is calculating the sum and giving you the output of average. So this is how the status bar works. So that's it of how to get yourself familiar with Excel. You can always reach me at my email ID, or you can just post a comment onto the video. Stay tuned guys, there's lots more to come in. Take care.